Oh, we're live. Good evening. Hi, kids. Great to be with everybody. I didn't get to do a live earlier today, so I just wanted to jump on the mic. Been a little challenging here in the building where I live because we have been without hot water for going on 48 hours here. It's 11 degrees out tonight. We do have heat. That's great. It's an old building, pre-war. We have radiator heat. And the water, there's cold water, but there is no hot water. And that is a little challenging. So as of tomorrow morning, it will be a whole 48 hours without hot water. And we're getting emails from the management company about what's going on, and none of it's particularly satisfying. But nonetheless, I had to, it's an inconvenience for me. I think it's harder if I have a gym membership. I have access to a gym that is 3 blocks away. So I went over there today, did a little workout, and got some sauna and took a nice hot shower, which felt great. But there are other people in my building, who don't have that option. And this sucks. This really sucks. No heat, no hot water. I mean, that's like building management 101. It is, again, 11 degrees outside. So anyway, but in my particular case, not a tragedy, really, just an inconvenience, and I'm dealing with it. And hopefully we'll have some hot water tomorrow. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, Tom Homan is taking over the situation in Minneapolis, last I checked. And I mentioned something, tell Judy she can come to your place for another cold plunge. Steve, oh my God, I can't with the cold plunge. I love taking, for anybody who's just listening to this later in podcast form, a viewer, Steve Nielsen, says, tell Judy Gold, that she can come to my place for another cold plunge. And if you listen to the episode where I talk with Judy, she does her cold plunge, like, oh my God, I can't believe. Let's see. And M. Davis dropped in to say, dipping in to say hi and thanks for everything, George, on a deadline. M. Davis, get to it, whatever you're up to. And thanks for saying hi. What I was going to say was, I mentioned this earlier on Instagram when I went live this morning, and that is this. Whenever Trump does something that resembles the right thing, just know that it is only because it happens to align with or rhyme with better optics for him, like it's an image thing, and his bottom line and the markets. If it threatens his bottom line or makes him look bad or threatens the markets on his watch, he'll take an action, like now, right? But make no mistake, I have never seen or been convinced of any evidence that there is any kind of moral compass or moral code inside that man. He operates on a very amoral, sometimes immoral level. So his pulling Greg Bovino out, that's the right move, but he's not doing it because it's the right move. It's just a bad look having him there. This has been a bad look. That's what's driving anything, as I said, that resembles the next right action. That's my take on that. She said, someone here says that Melania went on a rant. Maybe. I don't know, really. And he's not breaking up with Stephen Miller, apparently. That bromance is tough to crack. Stephen Miller is a real problem. And I mentioned this on, and forgive me for anybody who actually had to already heard me say this on Instagram earlier today. The right thing to do, anybody with any moral code knows that the right thing to do is you get rid of Gnome, you get rid of Bovino. That's happened. You get rid of Miller. Heads have to roll, right? Bovino, Miller, Gnome out. And also the ICE agents who were involved in the ICE agents who shot Alex Preddy, have been suspended. Duh. But an investigation from an outside party would happen. But he's incapable of really expressing any remorse because he doesn't have any. He never has. I remember when his brother died. Oh God, what was his brother's name? Not Fred, not the younger brother, not Mary Trump's dad. Oh God, somebody help me out here. What was Trump's brother's? There was Fred, there was Donald, and who was the one? It was Blaine Trump's ex-husband. I'm drawing such a blank. Is anybody online watching this? Anyway, his brother died during the last term. Robert, thank you, Susan. Robert Trump, that's right. When Robert died, it's his brother. When Fred died, there was I don't know. I don't think he's capable. I don't think there are no feelings there. It's strange. Strange animal, that one. Anyway, I don't want to get inside his head because that's not a fun place to be, and I don't really care to get inside his head. What else is going on? Not much. I just wanted to jump on the mic. I don't have much going on. Don't forget Bondi. Yeah, but she is Justice Department. It's a different department. It's not Homeland Security. Yeah, she has to go, but for very different reasons, and nothing involving ICE that I can tell. But let me just take some questions or whatever's here. See, I'll take my credit card cash back to deposit any entity. Kiss my ass. Let's see. I'd like to take my credit card cash back and deposit to any entity of his. I'm not sure what that means. We got people from Florida. Is to stop shooting people in the face. Hi from Perth, Australia. I don't know what people type sometimes. I don't understand what it means. I'm trying to read some comments here for anybody listening. Off topic. I've asked you 1,000 times what product you use in your hair. I have a pixie cut. Apologize for my not responding. I missed the 1,000 times you asked. I use Layrite, Layrite, Layrite. It's a cream pomade. Yeah, matte finish. Let's see. Someone took a break from reading. Dawn Hollingsworth took a break from reading, and she says, "So happy to see you. Thank you very much." North Shore Boston is in the house. Hello, Gene Pembroke. And someone went and checked out my Cleveland apartment building yesterday. Yes. Worthington Yards, baby. Best downtown Cleveland living that I can tell. There's some new ones that went up in downtown Cleveland since I left. But yeah, I loved my apartment in downtown Cleveland. I really did. That was a bonus. That was a real silver lining to that. And there was a lot I really enjoyed about living in downtown Cleveland, but I've articulated this a million times. I really missed New York. I missed the volume of people. Like today I left the apartment, for example. I left the apartment because the heat is out. I went over to my gym. I ordinarily would ride my stationary bike, which I've got in my apartment. I've got a stationary bike in my apartment. I would ride that here, and then do some crunches and whatnot that I can do here on my bedroom floor, right? Going to the gym, I went at the wrong time. I went after work. I went at 6. It was too crowded. The locker room was it was too much, man. I couldn't even, I had to wait for guys to finish getting dressed so I could get to my locker. All this shit. Too much. Anyway, it was, however, really great to be around other people, I have to say. As much as I complain about other people, I thrive around other people. Sometimes I like to go to the coffee shop. It's a little hackneyed here, a bit of a cliche, but I like to go to a coffee shop with the laptop and do some work just to be around other people. It's nice. I like my apartment. I like being here. I've got it situated in a way that gives me joy, fun, and I get the dog, but I also need to be around other people sometimes. And so having that at the gym, going to the gym today, gave me the opportunity to do that. Life in downtown Cleveland, there's not that volume down there. I was living there from 2017, end of 2017, all of 2018, and all of 2019. So a little over 2 years. And almost 2.5 years. 2.25. And um, I loved it, but at the time, there were less than 20,000 people living downtown in downtown Cleveland, and that was a big number for them. That was I think was like 17,000 people living in the area that was defined as downtown Cleveland. And that just I missed being around other people, you know? Um, there's some good restaurants. I worked in a couple just to get out of the house, really, but it wasn't enough for me. Anyway, um, let's see. Gene Pembroke says her hubby loves his Tellison jeans. I'm wearing my Tellison jeans as I speak, so that's great. Fantastic. Um, let's see. Please talk about Oscar nominations in the next couple of weeks. I shall. Thank you for that. I'm going to write that down. That's a great idea. I love movies. I like a lot of the nominations this year, by the by. My favorite movie, and then I will let you guys go because I don't want to gab, but my favorite movie of 2025, of all the nominees thus far, um, Sinners. I liked One Battle After Another very much. I just thought Sinners was a more interesting movie. I thought Ryan Coogler did such a fantastic job. I thought Michael B. Jordan was beyond amazing, playing twins who were very different, you know? Um, yeah, I really loved Sinners. Also, Weapons. And if Amy Madigan doesn't get the trophy, I lose all faith. Mm. So, have I heard Springsteen's new song? Yes, I have. It's nice. Um, let's see. To clarify on previous comment, Visa may allow credit card reward deposits into Trump accounts. I don't know what you're talking about. I have not seen Rental Family. You went to see Hamnet. God, that's on my list. Thank you. I got to write that down. Hamnet. Oscars, Hamnet. Yep. That is one of the few that I have not seen yet this year. Okay, great. Thank you for that reminder. Let's see. Visa will give the option to send your rewards to the children's Trump's. I don't know what's going on. Someone's taking a sidetrack conversation there in the comments. I can't follow it. My apologies if I'm getting it all sort of like mixed up. Anyway, it is Trump has promised checks for families. All right. I have not been tuning in all day. I haven't been glued to the socials. But yeah. Sinners. Gene Sampson. Gene sees the light. She agrees that Sinners was great. I watched it again the other night. It's streaming on HBO Max. So good. So good. Right? And there's a lot going on there. I mean, on its surface, it's a vampire story, but there's so much more happening, excuse me, with Sinners. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Other than that, kids, I just wanted to jump on Sentimental Value. I just rented it. Might watch it tonight. Thanks for joining me. Thank you all who have subscribed, especially those of you who are paid subscribers, because you really keep the lights on. And anybody who's come over from Patreon, welcome. And that's about it. I feel a little like bereft of anything more profound today, but that's kind of all I got for the moment. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.